There we go. So we are live streaming this as well as connecting to people through Zoom. So you'll see the live stream beginning now. There we go. So before we take a comment, just want to make sure that's all up and running. Yep, there we go. All right, so we'll start taking comments. So let's get on the record here. I do have 4 people connected to the hearing. First person had connected was calling in, and their number ends in 374. So I can ask you to unmute and let me know if you want to make a comment. You just need to push *6 on your keypad to unmute your phone. Okay. Not seeing any activity there. So I'm just going to go down the rest of the list here. We'll start with, oh, there you go. So you just unmuted. So great. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Great.
Hello?
So did you wish to make a comment?
I do.
Okay, excellent. So first thing, you need to get your name. So just state your name, please.
Karen Schreiber.
Okay. Can you spell that?
Sure. Karen is Caryn. Schreiber is T as in Tango, R-E-I, B as in Bravo, E-R.
Okay, perfect. Got that? All right, great. So we got your name. Perfect. So I'm going to swear you in now. So please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, great. So just give us your name one more time for the record and give us your comment.
Okay. Karen Schreiber. My comment is that I am against the permit to allow, I thought it was EXO, but we're calling it Northern States Power, the same thing, right?
Yes.
To add fossil fuel. I'm against the permit to add fossil fuel burning capacity to their Wheaton gas plant because there are better alternatives that are more cost effective and less polluting, such as Alliant Energy's generating power with renewables and battery storage. This permit would contribute to the devastating effects of climate change. We're at the tipping point in climate change, and decisions made now will affect the future for our grandchildren. And if I could, I'd like to put in the record a quote by Jane Goodall, the respected scientist, and the quote is from the World Economic Forum site.
Go ahead.
And she said, yeah, people who don't prioritize the climate don't deserve to be leaders. Nobody should be appointed to decision-making positions if they're not thinking about the future generations. That's what young people can say. If you don't care about climate change or you don't believe in doing something about it, then that person doesn't deserve to be a decision maker. And I wholeheartedly support her efforts.
Okay, great. So is that your comment?
That's my comment.
Perfect. Well, thanks very much. Thanks for participating.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, take care.
You too, thank you.
All right. So we'll take our next person. So I'm going to mute our phone caller here and then take Jadine Sonoda, Sonoda.
Yeah, Sonoda.
Sonoda, there you go. Can you turn your screen on?
Yes, I'll turn it on for this, but I have kind of bad connection, so I'll go back after I do the hand thing.
Okay, well, you're coming in okay for now. So if you just leave it on until you're done with your comment, we'll try it, see.
Okay.
Okay, so let me swear you in, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, so it's Jadine, it's Jadine, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. So just want to make sure I got that recorded correctly. Okay, go ahead with your comment.
Okay. Well, I'm a staff member with the Sierra Club chapter in Wisconsin, but I'm making a personal comment today. And I just wanted to uplift that the Public Service Commission is able to make a decision here that favors our future climate. And it's really important to me, knowing that I'm going to be living a very long time in the world and we're experiencing droughts and floods and a lot of other disasters much more frequently, especially now. And I haven't been alive for that long, but there's been a big difference from when I was growing up and now. Um, there are a lot of other options besides gas expansion. Karin had just mentioned the Alliant proposal for battery, and what Excel's is proposing is, in the scheme of things, pretty comparable. And I would really like to see the utility shift their plans to focus on things that are not fossil fuels. There's been a lot of talk about natural gas and how it's part of the clean energy transition, but I really don't see it that way. It's just another fossil fuel and makes really similar contributions to climate change as carbon dioxide. Um, I've also heard from a lot of people, local folks who are really concerned about this, and people have been talking about the local area, the river, and from Excel customers about what the cost would look like of this expansion, knowing that gas is only becoming ever more expensive. And there was a recent report that was released by the Union of Concerned Scientists reviewing gas plants and how they do in extreme weather. And it showed that their reliability is really decreasing. And that's a really major concern for people, as it should be, knowing that they're going to have energy to heat homes and live their lives. And I would much prefer to see this utility shift their plans to help people decrease their overall demand and invest in a whole portfolio of options that allows them to be more flexible when significant weather events occur. I also wanted to bring up just like the air pollution from gas. There's been a lot more studies coming out recently talking about the effects of gas pollution on nearby residents who don't deserve to be harmed even more than they already are. I know that there's already infrastructure at this site, and I think that there are alternatives that won't put them at risk. I think two more things I wanted to share. One is to uplift Governor Evers' Task Force on Climate Change report that came out in 2020 that listed as a recommendation for how we bring the state to 100% clean energy as avoiding all new investment in fossil fuel infrastructure, particularly gas plants. And so I think that this project is in complete opposition to both the governor's stated goals as well as President Biden's. And I would love to see the Public Service Commission deny this proposal. I think that you all have the power to do that, and I'd like to see you use that agency for the benefit of all of our futures. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next up is Kathy Allen. See you there.
Hello.
Hi there. So let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, great. So Kathy Allen, that's A-L-L-E-N, correct? Okay, great. Go ahead with your comment.
My name is Kathy Allen. I'm from La Crosse, and I am a Northern States Power or Xcel Energy customer. I appreciate the efforts and investments that Xcel has made so far in renewable energy and energy efficiency improvements, but I was very disappointed to see that they have proposed these new fossil gas burning units for Wheaton. I'm extremely concerned about the impacts that continued fossil fuel use will have on our air, our climate, and human health in our Wisconsin communities. Adding fossil gas capacity now is inconsistent not only with Wisconsin's commitment to decarbonize our electrical grid by 2050, but also with Xcel's own pledge to produce 100% carbon-free electricity by that same year. I've read the application for the Wheaton repowering project, and I do not believe it proves that the gas burning units are necessary. It seems that their assessment of alternatives is based on modeling and assessment from Xcel's 2019 integrated resource plan. but that plan would not have accounted for significant renewable energy and energy efficiency incentives offered through the Inflation Reduction Act or any other recent federal programs. As a customer, I would like to know if those incentives, which are available to both utilities and consumers, could make it possible to meet our energy needs with a combination of renewable energy, battery storage, and efficiency improvements rather than with new gas-powered units. I'm asking the PSC not to approve this application, or at the very least to require further analysis to determine whether it is truly necessary given new federal incentive programs. I do have some references and specific examples to support my position, and I will submit those through the online comment form. Thank you very much for your time and for the opportunity to comment.
All right, thank you very much. Okay. Next is Rich Spindler. Would you like to comment?
Yes, I would.
Okay, and can you,
I had
yeah, it
there
looks
my
like
video's on. Sorry.
Perfect, there you go. All right, let me just gonna add you to the screen here and great, so that's well, let's go off the record for a second. Any chance you could turn your background off? If that's okay, or
Hold on a second. It's been on a long time, so let me see. I'm sure I can.
Depending what
Let
else
me
is
go,
behind you.
Yeah, I gotta go to choose. I can just choose none. How's that?
Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. That wasn't too hard. All right, excellent. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to swear you in. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, and it's Spindler, Spindler.
Correct.
Okay, great. All right, go ahead with your comment.
Yeah, thanks. I'm sure I'm just going to reiterate a lot of the comments you heard already, but one thing is I actually do live in Eau Claire, and I've lived there for several years now, and prior to moving away and coming back about 8 years, and I'm really familiar with a lot of the neighborhoods in the area, and I was actually on the school board for quite a while, so I do know the city pretty well. And one thing that concerns me is I'm not quite sure how many people in the neighborhood who live nearby there actually know about these changes. It sure would be nice to reach out to them about this change and expansion of this plant. I think it's important they know. I think actually many of them would be quite upset about possible greater, just from leakages and just from burning of methane, the pollutants that can be in the area. Especially since I was on the school board, concerns about the effect on children of various emissions of that nature. I actually used to work in the air program at the DNR also. So I think that's a real local concern that I think you should weigh in this decision. And I wish I could say I was going to show up in person, but I happen to be actually out of town the time that you're having this hearing. Second is, I just reiterate some of the things we do know about climate change now. Finally, people are starting to accept that. And we do know the impacts of that. And we know we have to change fast. So moving to using more natural gas, at least even in the near future, and I would not consider 40-year time span near future, is just not feasible for us to meet our climate goals, both from the governor's standpoint or from international agreements and so forth. So it's just not consistent with any of that. And so it's pretty clear cut to me that first there needs to be a lot more study to see if this really is important and necessary given the increasing availability of other storage breakthroughs and technology that can be used. So I would just encourage you to oppose this and at least delay it till we really are sure that we need this. And I really doubt it. And just one final comment is I just moved from New York State, and basically none of this is happening there. So I think we should try and be up to speed with what other states are doing to, how should I say, doing their part on the climate change issue. So thank you very much.
All right, appreciate the comment. All right. So one more person on our list over at Zoom. It's Rhonda Conner, Conner. Rhonda, did you want to make a comment? There you are. Okay,
Yes, please.
great. So ready to go? I'm going to swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, great.
RHONDA.
RHONDA, yes. Sure, you got everything spelled right. Okay, great. So go ahead with your comment, please.
Sorry, no H in Rhonda.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I read it wrong. Jeez. Now I can spell names wrong as well as pronounce them wrong. RONDA. Good. All right, go ahead.
All right. My name is Rhonda Connor. Thank you for taking the time for feedback. I am very concerned about this project, and I am against it due to the methane and dirty fossil fuels. Batteries and clean energy are better options. This project is roughly the capacity of the new battery projects Alliant Energy has initiated, showing that this is feasible. Please reject this project. Thank you.
All right, thanks very much. Okay. That's all the people I have on my list for members of the public from Zoom. Let me just poll the room here. Does anyone else wish to speak that hasn't spoken yet? No? Okay. So we have the public comments we've collected so far today live. We've had a number of comments filed on the commission's website so far, and we will remain open to taking more comments up until our deadline, January 30th. And let me display that on the screen one more time. Yes, written comments no later than January 30th through the commission's website or by US mail. So we will provide the comments, both the transcript of the hearing and the written comments will be provided to the commissioners. We'll make the decision in the case. Appreciate everyone's participation here today and including commission staff and the utility that did attend. Thanks very much and take care. Have a good night.
Thank you.